we gotta finish the test, but first what I have to do, I have some positions open. I had two stops. One is on the euro. There was a short right here because of three divergences. It's one right here, one here and one here, so it's three highs and with a divergence. So I entered short and it hit me a -20. The other -20 was a short here. It's a big bar, it was over 40 pips, so I entered no matter what, and it hit 20 right off the bat. I mean, it just didn't even give me a chance for anything. So I had two stops while I was offline. That was unfortunate because I mean, not the stops, you mean I hit stops sometime, a lot of times actually, almost every day, but you could see my reaction or something like that when I was trading. I mean, wow, if it was live, but unfortunately it wasn't, but at some point it will be. Currently I have a position open. It was a big bar again. It's over 40 pips, so I open no matter what. If there's a cross or not, it doesn't matter, I just open with the big bar. For some reason it didn't hit a stop. If it was a test, I'm gonna zoom right now. You could see my stop is the blue dotted line, and it's scraping it. I mean, it's actually even over it, but it didn't hit it. So it's 20 pips. So even if I close right now, it's not gonna be a mistake. I'm actually gonna make more than I would make on test, but I'm just gonna wait, and if it hits the stop, it hits the stop. I probably entered like 1 pip better, so that's why it's still alive. It happens sometimes. In the end, it's not gonna matter. It's still gonna hit a stop or not. But I'm waiting for an actual exit, so I just gotta follow my rules. That's the point. Just follow my rules. So yeah, I hit two stops. I'm waiting for another one right here. Maybe a profit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Here is the spreadsheet. You can see it. One stop here. It was versus the trend. That's why I marked it with a core. So right here it says -20. Another stop, and there's a 0 right here. That's from the morning. So yep, that's it for now. Okay, so we continue with the test. Oh wait, just 1 second. So we continue with the test. Let's see where the test was. We were on the 21st. Yeah, I've noticed here that I've actually, because my chart was staying like that for a while, and I noticed that I've actually missed the signal. So right here, on this short, you hit a stop right here. It's -15. It's gotta be -15, and then you have to take a long right here. This is a signal because the green line is exactly on the yellow one, so it's actually a signal. So it's a long here, and this is also a stop because it only gives 10. And yeah, again, this is another signal. It's 3 bars against you. It's an exit, and also it's a signal for the downside. So it's only -5 here. When it's -6, I type -5 because sometimes the market gives you a little bit, and it's not a big deal. Because usually I take less. If it says 9, I will write -10. If it says 6 or 7, If it says 7, I'll still write minus 10. So sometimes if it says minus 6, I'm just gonna write minus 5. Here is a short. We already discussed that it doesn't hit a stop right here. It's minus 17, but here it's gonna hit the stop right here on this shadow, on the big shadow, on the big bar. In this bar, it's over 40, so you have to enter again. It's a day with a lot of positions. I mean, I don't like days with a lot of positions. That usually means it's a lot of stops. Because if you have a good day, it's usually 1-2 positions. They're both profitable, and that's it. If it's a bad day, it's a lot of positions and they're not good. So we write minus 20 on the short, and here on the big bar you enter, and the big bar it gives 30 pips, and then it stops you out. So it's 0. On 30, after 20 pips you put the stop to 0, just to keep your account safe, and it goes to 33, so you go back again. So here's 0, and the day is over. So it was a bad day. It's actually a really bad week, so it's minus 100 right here. But maybe the other currencies on the same week, they weren't so bad, so they even out each other. Next. So we start the next day, it's the 22nd. The first bar of the day, it's a signal. So this is the first bar of the day, we enter. And it's a stop. So far it's a horrible week. It's 10 pips, minus 10. So on the 22nd, minus 10. When you're testing, you have to always be as objective as possible. You can't, so if I'm seeing right here, it's a minus 10, I'm telling you right now, it's a minus 10. But if you're doing it alone, you're not talking to anybody. So you can be subjective, you can say, you don't need to say stuff, you just click like 5 times more, and if it goes down, you're like, I'll just keep in the position a little bit more and I'm gonna make it. No, just follow the rules as strictly as possible. If you can follow your rules for 1 full year, you can have the best statistic in your life. You can see what's going right, what's going wrong. You can fix mistakes and things like that. If it's not, if there's subjective things in the system, and your real life trading will be really subjective, and you cannot fix it if it's subjective. You can't fix something that you don't know and it's gonna happen. That's why you gotta be as objective as possible. So we continue. This is a signal right here, but it's not. The green line is over the yellow, so it's not a signal. And it works out. Sometimes you get unlucky. As I said, there's good periods and bad periods. We're gonna see what the end of what the month looks like in the end. This is a signal. It's 2 bars, and it's on the line, and the cross is below. Oh wait, this is an exit. But no, it's not. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I moved the mouse scroller and it went forward. It doesn't matter. When there's 3 bars like that, but the 2 ones are so little that they're not even noticeable, it's not an exit. You just continue. But here there's 4 bars. This is 4 bars, so you put the stop to minus 5 because it's barely 5 pips. So you put the stop to minus 5, and it hits it right now. So again, it's a loss. On the 25th, it's minus 5. Minus 5, minus 10, you would never care about them. I mean, you'll be happy if you hit a stop minus 5 or minus 10. It actually makes your statistic great. I'm gonna show you why later. Okay, so that's this day. Right here, this bar, it's not that big. Here we check for divergence. We got three highs right here. 1, 2, 3. There's actually 4, but there's no divergence. There's 2 divergences, but not a third one on the back. So it's not a signal. We continue, and it actually works out. Sometimes it does like that. I mean, it looks good on the price, but the indicator is not that. It's not what you want it to be. So you skip it, and it works out. It works out amazing. And you gotta enter right here, which is horrible, because in the ideal world you wanna enter right here, and right now you get a signal right here. It's a cross. It's a really shitty one, but there is one, and there's 2 bars and a cross, so you gotta enter it. And of course it's probably a stop. Yep. Wait. Oh, not yet. So you see, it's not yet a stop, because it's 20 pips, it's 18, so it's probably gonna be 19 something. It's gonna be barely scrape it, but it's not gonna be a stop. And here even so it doesn't matter, because you have another signal right here inside the one that you entered. You have another one. You have to wait. I have a rule for exit. It's 2-second bars. So I have 2 blue ones here and 2 blue ones here. That should be an exit. But because I have another, it makes it complicated. But it's not an exit right here. It's an exit right here, which is exactly the same price. It just works out like that. So it's 12. I put it minus 15. On the 26th, minus 15. So you see, there's a lot of losses right here. That's minus 130 pips. So I got drawdown for now 130 pips. I'm gonna put it right here. We'll see it later, because usually the crosses, they even out each other. Let me just check on the pound. I think it went 20. Yes, it's over 20, so I gotta move my stop to 0. I'm gonna zoom in, because moving the stop is a tricky thing. It needs to be just a little bit over it, and like that. So whatever I make now, it's 20 pips more than I would make on a test, because this position on a test will be minus 20. But as I said yesterday, there's some positions that on a test will be profitable and live are not going to be. Supposedly in the long term it's going to even out, but it's not exactly. It's not a pure science. So we continue with the next day. The month is almost over. Here there's no cross, so that's why this is not a signal. This is a signal. Oh, wait. I need to check for the divergences if they're okay. So this is not actually a signal. It looks like one, but it's not, because this it's either the indicator is not divergent, or the highs on the price, they're not. So it's not. And it works out good for us this time. Just one thing, there's no cross here and there's a cross right here. We need to check if this bar is a doji or not. It is, so this is a signal. Everything is okay. There's 4 bars. This is very small bar, so I count it as a blue one. If it's under 1 pip, you can count it as whatever you want. So you count it as whatever it gives you an exit. So this is 5 pips. I move my stop to 0 and it hits my 0. I'll just check if I have a signal, because if here right now I have a cross like a red arrow, I'm gonna have a signal again, because there's gonna be 3 divergences. Look at these 2 highs. The highs are lower than the price right now, and the TDI is higher than what it is right now. So if I have one big red bar or 2 red bars, there's gonna be a cross, and it's gonna be again a signal for short. So I'm waiting for this right now. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna enter now because I could have entered right here and I was gonna lose a lot of pips just because there's no rule to that. So I wait for a confirmation, then I enter and I put a stop and I know what's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be a win or a loss, but I know how much I'm gonna lose if it's a bad trade. I mean, it's not gonna be a bad trade per se, it's gonna be a negative trade. There's no good or bad trades for me are mistakes or no mistakes. If it's not a mistake, it's a good trade. If it's a mistake, then it's a bad trade. Even you can actually make profit from mistakes, they can still be bad trades because you're not supposed to enter a trade without a signal. So we go back, let me see, the test is 26th. We did the 26th. We did the 27th and it was a 0. There was a 0 on the 27th. This is not a signal. You see here, I counted this as 4 bars and I put the stop to 0. If I didn't and I count the little red dot right here as a actual red dot, I was gonna actually make a profit here. Not a big one. Oh, actually a good one. But I didn't. So this is how the market works. It's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna give you the exact. I can even. I'm gonna show you. It was last month a position on the pound. It was horrible. It screwed me up so much. I don't know. I was mad for the whole day just because the position was bad. I mean, it took me out of a position. I'm gonna show you later. It's in the end of the test, so I'm just gonna show you later. I will remember this position just because it screwed me. But other than that, it does. And what I'm saying right now, it's actually bad. The market didn't screw me. It just did it like that. I mean, my rules are made like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. At the particular time, it didn't work out so well. So, but I've made my system from statistics. I've tested more than 2,000 signals, and I know how they work or how they don't. And based on that, I make my rules. You will see in the end of this test how it works and how many signals we have, and I'm gonna discuss everything. Okay, we go for the next day. 28th, we have nothing here. This is a big bar. It's 22 pips, but it's close to a resistance, so it's not an entrance. Again, it works out, but it gives only. It's a 0 anyway, so it's not a big deal. This looks awesome. Look, 3 highs, one after the other, almost identical. It's amazing, but it's not a signal because there's no divergence. The first 2 they have a divergence, but the third one is way too high on the TDI, so I don't enter this. Wait, let me just check the pound. It's over 40, so I gotta put my stop to 10. I'm gonna put my stop exactly at 10 because a few days ago, even 9.9, a few days ago I got stopped out of a position because I put my stop on 10.3 pips. It's and I made 10 pips and the position gave 60 after that. So I didn't make 60 pips because my stop was 0.3 of pips too much. And that's insane, but that's how it works. If you look at it right here, this position right now, if it was 0.1 pip higher, it was going to be stopped out on minus 20. And currently I'm making at least 10 pips. I can be making 40. I don't know. But I'm making 30 pips more just because of 0.1 pip or something like that. It's insane how close the market is sometimes. the thing is, you cannot make your rules not close. I mean, if you make them, you're risking too much, and you can't risk too much. Oh, let me check. So there's no cross. Sometimes you need to check if there's two good bars, two good looking bars. You need to check the TDI if the lines are touching, because my indicator with the arrows, it's not always going to show a cross, but on the chart it's going to look like a cross. So you gotta check the chart. So this is a signal. It doesn't matter if this bar is big or not, there's no resistance on the left, so either way it's a signal and it's a stop. Oh, not yet. Now it's a stop. It's minus 20. So you see how long of a period is bad? This is the 28th and it's minus 20. This is a huge period of time where everything is bad. There's no position is going good for you. You get crazy for that. Oh, here we have an. This is a short because there's three divergences, right? Oh no, there is not. Okay, so don't mind me. It's not. This is a long. It's the last bar of the day. This is, and here my pound reversed from 40 to 10. But I made 30 pips more than I made on test, so it's not that bad. I mean, I write on my real spreadsheet. I mean, they're both real. On my spreadsheet for the real account, I write 10. It's still a bad day, but I write 10. So we continue with the test. Right here, it's a signal, the last bar of the day. The last bar of the day is bad because you have to wait for it. So you have to wait, and usually I have practices after that. So I got a tablet and I'm just checking what the price is if I'm gonna have an exit. It's not the ideal condition, but you're not opening positions, you're just maintaining the last one. So this one, it's a red bar and it's a dot, and you gotta count it as 4. Again, the same thing, you put the stop to 0, or wait 1 second. So you put it to -5 because it's 5 pips, it's to -5. So you wait, you gotta wait a lot. This bar is it's over 1 pip, so you can't count it. But here there's 3 bars, red bar, so you exit right here, and the position is 10 pips. It's not much. The thing is, here you make 10 pips, but you have to wait for. Oh, the position is from right here. Yeah, it's 10 pips, and you gotta wait 11 bars. That's times 15 minutes. Almost 3 hours. You gotta wait for just 10 pips. And sometimes it's gonna be even a loss, and you still gotta wait for it. But that's just how things work. So on the 28th, there's 10. Here it's a strange day because at night time in Japan something happened and it went crazy, the price. But it doesn't matter. You don't care about that. You don't care if the euro is gonna go high or the dollar is gonna go high. It doesn't matter for you. All you care about is your rules and just following them. That makes it simple. That's also what makes it boring, but that makes it simple. Okay, so that's a signal. I remember this, but it's a signal. It's a stop. You enter and bam, it's a stop. It's -20. here it's horrible because this bar, it's 30 pips, and it's on the resistance, so you don't enter. And look what it does. Bam, 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 bam. It gives 50 pips, which is awesome for the euro, but I don't make anything. I just made a stop right here. Okay, I can do I'm just not gonna do the first and I'm gonna continue with the rest of the with just the rest of the chart. Not the chart, but the test. So I did the euro. We'll see the euro. It's right here. The drawdown of only one cross. It's 160 pips. I'll put here 160. It's probably gonna even out. 160 is not that bad. The euro made just 20 pips in January, which is bad. It's not good. It did 39% profit, also bad. I have to check something. Okay, there was no positions against the trend that got hit. Okay, because I didn't mark positions against the trend, so I just wanted to make sure that I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the Euro Japanese yen on the 4th of January. Let me just put it here on the Japanese yen. Okay. This bar is over 20 pips. You have to click the next one. So it's a signal. This is almost always gonna be a stop. Yeah, it's a stop. The thing is that this bar right here, it's the look what the movement is. It's a great move. There's almost no corrections, and you're entering in the end of the move. The probability is not very good for you, but my statistics from big bars are good, so I gotta enter. It's a stop. Here I have a signal. There's 3 bottoms, 1, 2, 3, and there's 3 clear-cut bottoms right here. Lows are going higher. Here the lows are going lower. So 3 divergences. Here my stop is higher, it's 30 pips. That's the most my stop will ever be. Even if the position requires more, I'll put 30, and if it hits it, it hits it. I'm never gonna put, and the only time I put 30 is on versus the trend trades. And here it's gonna hit it. Okay. I check here again because it's another cross, but it's not a divergence because there's no divergence with the other lows. So this is not a signal. This is not a signal because the green line is over the yellow. And it works out again. Okay, I just want to check for the euro because the bar is closing. There's like 14 seconds until the bar closes. So if the next bar is red, even if it's not red, if it's a small blue one, it's probably going to be a cross and it's going to be a signal. So I gotta be patient and see what happens, and if it's a red one, I gotta enter short. You can see right now even the bar is a little bit of blue and there's a cross. So I just gotta wait for it. The next day, I skipped a bit too much. This is a signal from 2 bars right here. So there's 4. So So I measure and it's under 12, so the stop is at 0, and I'm waiting. So here you gotta move your stop from 30, it's still 0, 40 you gotta move it to 10, 50 you gotta move it to 20, 60 you gotta move it to 30, 70 to 40, 80. So we'll just skip to the end. I mean, I'm not gonna repeat myself over. So 3 bars, that's an exit. That's so from 120 it's gonna give you 90. It hits a 90. It continues a little bit more, but nothing you can do about it. This is not a signal again because the yellow line is underneath, but things like that. I hate this because the yellow line is way too low and it's impossible for the cross to be underneath, but it doesn't matter. It's probabilities, it's not going to be a good signal. This time it is. Here, if I was trading after this is after hours for me, you can see the box line. It's a signal because it's 3 crosses and 3 lows. It's 3 divergences, but I can't enter because it's after hours. But it gives you, it's not gonna give much, but and you gotta wait for like a whole day for it. There's no signal until here. Not a signal. I wish this was a signal because there's divergences, but it's not. So this day nothing. This is the start of the next day. Oh, I think this is a big bar. We gotta check. Yep. So another shitty big bar like that. It's in the end of the move. You enter and you're stopped out it from the start of it. 7. There's no divergence here. It looks amazing. Look, three big bottoms right here, but you can't enter. This is a signal. I don't like it too much, but it is. There's a cross right here and 2 bars, so you enter. Let me check. Yep, it's a stop again. Again a signal. There's 2 bars and a cross. I just measure. Yep, the bars are over 7 pips, so we gotta enter. Here it gives you 4 bars, so you gotta put the stop to -5. It's around here somewhere. It's not gonna get hit, so you just keep waiting. I think it gives you over 20. Yep, it's over 20. It actually goes to 35. So you move the stop to 0. So it was -5. You gotta move it to 0, and you keep waiting. There's again 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you move your stop from 0. It went to 10. Now it's gonna be 40. You put it to 40, and it hits 40. So you make 40 out of this position. Go to the next day. This is a signal. It's usually bad. You see the move right here. It's so long. You get a signal like that under the resistance. It's not gonna be amazing, and it's not. But it's not a big deal. It's -10. So you just put -10. This looks like a signal, but we gotta measure if it's over 5 pips to the line. You don't enter. It's very close. It's 4.8. Everything else is perfect. The bars don't look that great, so I'm just gonna skip it. I mean, it's almost 5 pips to the MA 89, and it doesn't look that great. I mean, both bars are not good, so I'm just gonna skip it. And it didn't do much. I mean, it gave 10 pips, but you gotta skip it. One thing you need to know, you can't catch every move. It's impossible. If you try, you're gonna get burned. So don't try. Just first you need to create a statistic. There's nothing. Okay, that's a signal. It doesn't look much on the TDI, but it has a cross here and a cross here, so you gotta enter. It's minus 15, so you wait. I mean, if it's minus 15 with the spread, it's gonna be minus 16, so it's almost minus 20, so you wait for a full stop. You don't care about 3-4 pips, and it's a good thing right here. You just check something. It doesn't really matter. You're still gonna get stopped out. Oh wait, this is a signal, so now you're gonna save a little bit. It's minus 10, so in overall you save 10 pips or 5 pips, something like that. Wait, what day it is? The 11th. So you get minus 10, and you actually enter here. It's 2 bars with a cross, and the green line is below. So it's position, and you gotta move the stop to 0, and it hits the stop to 0. So it's 0. Here is the shitty part. Look at this position. It's amazing. It's like the market created this just because my rules are like that. I have the position open. I move my stop. If it goes to 20, I move it to 0, and it hits exactly 0. It's almost perfect. Like, I mean, if I put it to minus 5, it's not gonna hit it. It hits my stop, and then it gives 80 pips. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of rules you make. There's gonna be a point that you're gonna see positions like this ones. And I don't know, I've tried different systems. As I said last year I tried a lot of different systems. They all went bad at some point, and because of 1 pips here and 1 pips there and 1 pips there. Nothing you can do about it. You just live with it, and that's it. The market is not against you, it just things like that happen. Okay, so this is a 2 bars and a cross. They look small, they're big enough, so we gotta enter. Wait, it's not a stop yet. Almost. Oh, but it's a stop. It's on the 12th, it's a minus 20. This also looks like a signal, but it's 9 pips and 2 pips underneath. There's the cross is really small. You can almost not see it, but you have to enter it. It hit the stop right here, and you have to enter the short one. And there's another signal at the later price, so it doesn't really matter. But here you're at a better price. Here it's an exit. So you put the stop to minus 5. It's not hit yet. It just hit it. So minus 5 on the 12. This is too small. It's 5 pips. You don't enter on 5 pips. Okay, that was the day. That's like the worst day ever. I mean, it's not the worst day ever considering the loss. There's days that probably you can hit minus 100 pips. There's just days like that. But this is like a horrible day. Look at it. It's just small bars, small bars, small bars. No movement, nothing. The daily range is 33 pips, 35 pips, and the actual range of the closed bars while you're trading, it's 20 pips. And look how many crosses you got. So you get a lot of signals and no profit, no actual chance for a profit, just because of this range all day. But you don't know it's gonna be a range all day. You have no idea. Okay, this is not a signal because of the green line. This, it has three bad things against you. So it's inside the channel, it's under the EMA 289, so you don't even consider that. This is the same problem right here. Even if you enter it, you're gonna get 0 from it, so it doesn't matter. This right here, it looks good, but the green line is down, so it's not a signal. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is not. This should be a signal, but it's one bar after the last bar of the day. So this is the last bar of the day, and this should be a signal. There's no resistance on the left. It barely closed over it, so you gotta enter. But but I don't, because it's one bar after it. So I miss a stop, which is a good thing. And the pound is gonna be probably it's gonna be a signal because it's a divergence. Look, there's 3 highs right here, and there's divergence. This high, no, it's not a divergence here. Okay, so it's not gonna be a signal. We just gotta follow the euro in 2 minutes and see if it's a signal or not. This is a signal, so I gotta enter. There's 4 bars, it's 15 pips, but you put the stop to 10, and it probably is gonna hit it. Yes, it's gonna hit 10. So on the 14th, 10 pips. I just skip because there's nothing until the rest of the day. When you get used to stuff and you know when there could be a signal or could not be a signal. This is not a signal because this bar is like a dot. I don't enter on a dot. Again, it's a 0, so it doesn't matter. This is a signal. I gotta, yep. Almost, yep, it's a stop. This could also be a signal, the 2 bars here, but both EMAs are under it, so I don't take it, and it's a good thing right here. As I said, my rule is if one thing is almost there, you enter, but if 2 things are not there, you don't. So here I have a signal. There's 3 divergences right here. There's actually 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're not perfectly aligned. I mean, you want them to be like that, and they're like 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here. But you can't tell the market how to put the highs, and they're just like that. So right now I gotta enter a short trade. I'm waiting for the bar to close, and about when it hits like 1 second, I'm gonna click on it. And I put the stop right here. It's too much, so I gotta make it 30. I can't see because of the bar right here. So I made it 30 pips, and now all we do is wait. and continue the test. So we're on the 18th. This looks awesome. Again, 3 bottoms, but there's no divergences on any of them. So it's not a signal. But look how good it is. If I entered it, I would make 30 pips, but it's not a signal. This is actually a signal. You can't see, there's no arrow, but look the green. The green is on top of the, it's not on top, but it's next to it. So it's a cross. It doesn't matter because it's 0, it's -5. 18th. Oh shit. Okay. There's too many bars and it's very little. This is after the day's end. So this is a signal, but it's one bar after the day's end, and it's a 0. Wait, I skipped too much. So this is the first bar of the day. You count all of this right here. All of it is one high. It's not, because it has 3 arrows, it doesn't matter, it's one high. This is one high. So the way you you know if something is a high or not, there's the 5-bar rule. It's I don't know, I might, if I don't forget, I'll try and I can find it. I'll just show you. So right here you have 1, 2, 3 blue bars and 1, 2, 3 red bars. So the 5-bar rule is these 2 bars, they need to be broken by these 3 bars to have a high. So if this so right here, because the cross is right here, but it doesn't even cover the first bar, so that's not a top, that's not a high. You need this bar. When this bar goes below this, the first one, that's a high. In here it's a high because the second bar went through the first, so this is how I know it's a high. And here my 1 bar, it's a cross, went further than 3 bars before it, so it's a high. Here's the same thing, the first 2 bars went below, and this just too many bars. I mean, here it's a high. You count it as a high at the 5th bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the 5th bar. 5th bar is lower than this one. Then it's a high. Okay, so I'll just continue. With this day there's no high here, so this is not an actual divergence, because the TDI, it makes divergences, but because on a range, this is a range and it has so many crosses that you can fool yourself it's a divergence, but it's actually not. So there's no trade for, there's actually a signal for up, this one, this is a dot, so I don't enter. It's under 1 pip, so I'm not gonna enter. This I can actually enter right now, because before there was no highs here. This, I count this as 1, it corresponds to this divergence, but there is this one right here, there's this one right here. It's a clear-cut cross on the TDI, and this one is a really good cross. So either one of all of this you can choose, into whichever one you choose, there's still a divergence. So there's 1 high right here, 1 here and 1 here, so I enter short here. I put my stop to 0 after it goes to the EMA 89, and it's a 0. I don't even need to make it versus the trend or with the trend, because it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do it so I don't keep forgetting, but it doesn't matter, it's a zero. This, even if it's a big bar, it's right on, but it's not a big bar, so it's not a signal. This would be a short right here. It's the same idea, the three divergences, one here, one whenever here, and one here. So you enter here, and it's profitable, but it's a night position, so it doesn't matter. Look, the pound today, it does everything I say, and I'm not gonna make anything out of it. I said in the morning that it's probably a short right here, but because this is too small, it's not a divergence, and because the TDI here is too high. So I didn't enter, and it made like 100 pips, so I was gonna make like a 70 or 50 or something like that. And right now it's going down, and I would enter probably here, and I'm not gonna because it's not a signal. I'm probably gonna enter because it's two bars in a cross, and the green line is below the yellow, so if it closes around here, it has to be below, it has to be 20 pips, something like that. So it gotta be lower bar for me to open right now. And the euro is not going well. Well, doesn't matter. Is that, oh, the day hasn't started, okay. This is a huge bar. No, it's not that big. It's just a big bar, and if it's and it doesn't have a cross, and it's on the resistance, so I don't enter. And for a good reason, it gives you nothing. Oh, it gives you 10 pips. Doesn't matter. There's two bars right here, but the green line is over the yellow, so I don't enter. This can be a great long position, but I cannot count the shadow as the bottom, and the divergences are not that great, so I'm not entering. Again, it doesn't give you anything, it's just zero. It's a bad day. It looks great on paper, I mean it gives you a lot. Look, 150 pips for one day, but the way it's made, during the day it's a big range, after the day gives a little bit, but not a signal. So you're not gonna care when you start trading good, you're not gonna care how much it gives, how much the market gives you as a volatility. You only care about your signals. And if you have a signal and if it's profitable, the market can have 30 pips volatility and you can make 10 pips. The market can have 200 and you can be losing, like me today. Look, the euro is having 170 pips and I have a stop right here. The pound is having a hell of a day and I'm having a stop right here. So nothing. Volatility, it's not always good. But if the whole month is volatile like this, I should be pretty good. I mean, in the end of the month, I should be profitable. That's how it usually works. Here it looks good, but there's two things that don't comply. It's inside the channel and the cross is not visible. There's no arrow, so I don't enter this. This I have to enter. Everything is according to the rules. And on positions like that, if it's like 9 pips or something like that, I'm probably gonna close at 10. So it's I'm put it -10 on this position. 21st. Here the green and yellow are almost touching, so you have to enter, and it's a stop. You see, everything is for 1 pip. Here it's almost, I mean, it's right there, so you have to enter. And if you don't have history, and if you don't trust your system, this is going to be a position that you're going to be hitting your head over. Is it a signal? Did I make a mistake? Did I not make a mistake? Because it's really close, but you can go either way. You can take the position or you cannot take the position. In both instances, you're going to be right or wrong. It doesn't matter. So you hit a stop. When you're doing tests on a position like that, you better take the short straw, if I can say it like that. You gotta count it as a stop, because in real life you're probably gonna take it, and yeah, you can see the result, but you're probably gonna take it in real life. Nothing you can do about that. Here, this is the last bar of the day. It's 68 pips, so you have to take it. It's over 40. Everything over 40 I take. Wait, it gave 50, 60, so I gotta take 30. So this is 30. So the day is 0, otherwise a really horrible day. Just 1 bar made the day. We're gonna review the results of the month later. Then in the end of the month, we're gonna review the real results, and after that I'm gonna do a test of the previous month. So in March I'm gonna do a test on February, and we're gonna compare how my live trading looks to my test trading, if I can say trading, just my tests. It's not gonna be exactly the same. If it's exactly the same, I'm gonna put all my money inside of an account. It can almost never be the same. There's different reasons why. So this is a signal right here. There's 4 bars, so that's, I gotta move my stop right here to 0, and this is an exit. So from 50 I gotta take 20, and it reverses to 20. It sucks. I mean, from 50 you gotta take 20, but you gotta draw a line somewhere. If it's under 30 pips, the reversal that I allow, I'm gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities, so I can't do that either. This is a signal again. Probably gonna be a stop. Yes, it's a stop. So I made 20 and lost 20 for this day. Not a signal for me. I don't know what this is. I guess I took it in real life, I don't know why. It's a 0, but I have a friend I'm working with, and it's a signal for him, but it's not for me, so it doesn't matter that much. This position, if right here, it's a signal for me, but it's 2 bars before the market opens, so I can't take it. Just so we're on the 25th. Let me just check if I have a signal right here. Wow, that made a great move, but there's no divergence right here. Here we have a signal, so I gotta enter. I gotta check how long. It's 6 pips. There's too many good things for 1 pip to go wrong, so you just put it in. I was wondering, because it was I measured it 7 until the line. Now I measure it 4. But when I zoomed, it was 5 point something, close to 6. Now check it right here. It's 5.8. So for 0.8 of pips, I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna enter the position because it's a volatile market. It's a big position for it can. The closest resistance is 60 pips away, so you gotta enter. The stop is 20. It's not that big, so you just gotta enter. No. Okay, what was the last day? 22nd. Did I test it? Okay, so we go on the 25th. Yeah, as I said, this is a signal, but it was before I woke up actually. And when I start trading, this is the first bar that I see, this one. So I can't enter. In the position, just look at it. Here I would probably close because it's close to the M8 200 and it's not moving, so I'm just gonna close. But that's enough. That's 35 pips. There's no signals here. There's a lot of small bars. This bar, there's no cross, so it cannot be a signal. It's a big bar, but there's no cross and it's under resistance. There's a cross here. It's again one of those ones that you cannot actually see, and it happens inside the bars, but you gotta enter. So here I move my stop to 0 and I gotta wait. There's no actual exit. Here it's my exit. It's 18, so I put my stop to 15 and I wait. Maybe it hit it or not. I gotta check. So yeah, it hit my stop, so it's 15 pips. On the 25th, 15. The positions that I have open, right now I have 2 positions open. There's not much I can do about them. This one, the only way I'm gonna close is if it gets a cross on the upside. If it's a signal with the trend, then I'm gonna close it. But if it's right now, the way the TDI is, it's so high up that if there is a cross, it's gonna hit my stop first. So I should not care about this position at all right now. I can wait for a few hours and then see what the position is. So and my day ends in 1 hour, my working day, so I can just forget about this position and check it in 1 hour and see what it is and stuff like that. It's either hit a stop or it did something good. This one, because I actually counted it with the trend position below the EM8 89, I gotta wait, see if it goes 4 bars or but for half an hour I'm not gonna check it. It's either gonna be a stop or something else. I'm just gonna see, because if it makes me 20 pips, I gotta move the stop. This is the only difference between the positions. This one I have to manipulate more. There's some people, their trading system, the only thing they do is just open, put a limit and a stop, and that's it. It's like if I'm putting a limit here, it has to be a conservative one, so I'm gonna put like 30 pips here, limit, and that's it. 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio is amazing anyway, so this is a signal, so I gotta enter, and it's almost 0, so I'm gonna put the stop to -5. I mean, I shouldn't have hit that, but it's almost 0, but it's below 0, so I'm not gonna close it -1. I'm gonna, everything you gotta do for -5, -10, 5, 10, 20, 15, whatever. So I put it, and always round up to the lower one, the one you're losing at, just so you give yourself opportunity to make money. not to lose. Because if I close right now, I'm gonna be closing at -1, and I'm not risking 4 pips. But I can miss something. I can miss the next bar can be a big blue bar, and I can miss something. Here it's an exit, three bars. So because I risked 4 pips, I'm actually making 15, let's say. It's a good deal. If you can make that every day, it's perfect. 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, that's insanely good. This is a signal. It's a full stop. 27. This is something wrong with it. Wait, I gotta check. It cannot be -6. This should probably be 15. Just 1 second. Somebody's. Oh. Кажете. Може някой друг път, че сега съм взет. Добре. Мига вас. Okay, that was some crazy advertisement guy. Selling me some phone coverage shit. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so this is a big bar, but there's 2 reasons I'm not entering. It's crossing EMA 200. I almost never enter big bars that cross EMA 200, and it's on resistance, so I'm not entering. Bars like this, big bars that cross EMA 200, I can actually go reverse. I can enter up, and it's probably going to be profitable, but I haven't tested it, so I'm not sure about it. But they never work in the direction that they are, so I don't know. Oh, here I gotta enter. It's a big bar, there's no resistance. Here I move my stop to 0, and it's a stop to 0. Oh, we gotta minimize that. It's still the 27th. It's the end of the day. This is a position, it's a dot. So I'm not entering. It gives 35 picks, but it's not a position. I check for divergence here on the cross, but there's none, so again not a signal. Here, but it's too many dodges, so it's like I'm entering on 5 bars, not 2, so again not a signal. There's that crazy part that happened on the euro. It actually happened in Japan. There's a crazy news about the interest rate, and the Japan made 1 bar 250 pips. That's insane. Here it's a cross, and it's a signal. And I have to exit right here. It's 20, 28, 25, but I gotta put it on 25 and it hits the stop. If I was subjective on this day, I would probably just go with this signal and wait the whole day to end, because it's probably gonna go until the resistance right here. But I can't do that. I mean, I'm gonna lose more than gain from this. There's no cross. There's a cross again right here, but this bar is over 3 pips. It's not a doji, so I don't enter this. And again, it's making money, but not a signal. Here, this looks like a divergence, but the problem is that the first one, the high is right here. So this high is lower than this one, and all the rest are lower. So it's not actually a signal. But it looks amazing because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here crosses. I don't know, I guess you can enter on this one. It's not a big risk trade, 25 pips. The reward is amazing, but it's not a good trade. And it works out. But it's not a signal for me. You gotta know your rules. Okay, this is the end of the Japanese yen. Again, 20 pips. It's a horrible month so far. I should not put my hand on my mouth. You're probably not hearing me well. So what's left is the pound. I hope I can do it faster, because I don't have much time and my kid might wake up soon, and if he wakes up I have to close the stream. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the January on the pound dollar. It's a signal. I'm gonna try this faster, just keep up, I guess. So minus 20 here. No, there's no divergence. Look at all of this. It's insanely big. It's 150 pips, and there's no way I can enter it. This is a signal. Gotta measure it because it looks small. So it's 30 and it's a 0. No cross. No. Here I check for divergences, but no divergences, so I can't do nothing. Here it's very, very small, so I have to enter, and it's a stop. It's 15 pips. The 6th. This is a signal, again a stop. It's a oh, it's not a stop yet, or maybe it is. Wait. When you're on a test, you gotta check things really precisely. This is a stop, because if it's a 1 pip or 2 pip difference, it might cost you a lot. So you gotta be sure. Again, signal. You gotta close right here. It's the end of the day, there's nothing happening. Just gotta close it. Minus 10. You gotta cut your losses and that's it. Good thing we did that, right? So let's see the euro, nothing happening. Doesn't look that good. Maybe it's not gonna work out. Here it's 19.5, so it's not a signal. Here the problem is that I have a position open right now, and when I'm doing the testing, the lines are still gonna be visible. I don't know if I can change them. No. It's kind of distracting, so about that, but nothing I can do right now. Here it's one of those big shitty bars that are signals. It's in the end of the move, and it's a full stop. It's minus 20 from the bat. Stuff like that happens. This is a reversal. So the cross is over this cross, so I can actually enter, but the thing is that the stop is huge. It's not that big. Okay, so there's 1-to-1 ratio, so I can enter this trade. So I'm long from here. I'm putting the stop to 0 because it's close to the EMA 89, and it hits me 0 right now. Okay, so this didn't work out. My keyboard is kind of loud, so I don't know if you're gonna hear it. If you are hearing it. This is an actual signal. It's a fucked up one, but it is. It's 2 bars with a cross, and I guess it's working out. Yep, it's 20, so the stop is 0, and it's again 0. Some months there's a lot of zeros. There's like a huge amount of zeros, and it's really crazy because when it start reversing from, I don't know, 20 to 0, 30 to 0 all the time, it's really frustrating. But it doesn't depend on you. It's the market shit. Here again, it's a signal. We gotta measure. It's 16 pips. I probably should create a rule that after 15 profit I have to move the stop to minus 10 or something like that, but I haven't done so far. Here it went to 30, so I moved the stop to 0. It's not 0. Again it's 0. No cross here, so gotta check how big this bar. It's too big. Okay, so this is a big bar, I think. Yeah, but I count here. I remember this. It's a big bar, but I count this shade right here. This shadow of the bar is a resistance. You can go wrong or right either way here again. There's the big resistance is right here. It's this line right here, the one that already broke. And but on my tests that I did for big bars, I count every resistance that I see. So in some cases it's a exclusion. In this particular case, that's bullshit. I mean, this shadow is not resistance. It's some news between Sunday and Monday. That's a time that nobody ever trades, but something happened and there's the shadow. I mean, here the thing is that the spread could be 15 pips, and because it's Sunday night, and that's why the shadow exists. but I didn't account for that, and I don't enter the trade because there's a resistance, and the trade actually is extremely profitable. But we have another signal right here. So by that time, the exit is right here on the 3 bars, so it's 90 pips, the position that I'm not actually taking. So here is a signal. It's 4 bars, 20 pips, it's 19, so I put the stop on 15 and it gives me 15. And from what I look on the price right here, the pound is probably gonna be a stop today. The pound doesn't like me. Let's see, yeah, today is minus 10. Nothing here. Nope. Here is very close again. Just look at it. I mean, it's almost, it's not. I mean, you can enter it. You can enter this trade actually, but I decided not to, so I'm just gonna stick with my decision. Let me see what the pound looks like. It's not good. It's gonna be a stop. Nothing we can do. So we should be right here. This is not a signal. This is, the green line is underneath. So we enter this. There's 20 pips, so the stop is 0. There's an exit here, but it's but it's 5 pips, so I just keep the stop to 0 and it hits it. That's the 14th. This is a big bar. It's over 40 pips, so no matter what I have to enter. And it's a stop again. Not a good month, January, obviously. Oh, this is a position. 35 pips, it reverses from 35 to 0. And it's shitty position. Nothing you can do. Oh, I got stopped out. Oh, I haven't. Ah, okay. As I said, it's distracting. 15. It doesn't help me with wanting to end the test. Okay, so it's a big bar, it's a cross, there's no resistance. And it's okay, it's 19.5. You're gonna put the stop to 0. You're gonna put it to -5 at least. I mean, the least you can do is that. So we're gonna put it at -5. I mean, not because of 1 pips, you're not gonna lose 20. That's the idea. So if it's 19 point something, you're not gonna just keep the stop to -20. That's 40 pips reversal. You don't want that. Here, if you keep it, you're just losing it. No divergence, so you don't enter. This is a signal. I think it's, yep, it's a stop. The thing is that that green arrow right here, that's a cross, but you don't. So here you have to enter a long trade, but you already are in a short trade, so you gotta keep it. You gotta keep the short trade because it's with the trend, and you wait for it and it hits a stop. So around here you can actually enter a long one, and you get stopped out again. Not good. You don't get stopped out with 20, you get stopped out with 0. minus 5 in this instance, because it crosses and it closes the bar beneath the channel. So you're just gonna close right here. This is my rule for against the trade, against the trend. And I can't open short position here because it's after hours. So I'm just gonna close on minus 5, and I'm gonna market this versus the trend. And that's it. I mean, you want to open the short in this instance, but you actually don't know, and it's Friday evening, the 15th, you just want to go out, right? You don't want to be trading all day. This is a signal. Let's hope it's 20. Again, it's almost 19 pips, so you can put it minus 5, it doesn't matter. But we'll write it as minus 20, just because we're pessimistic and we don't care. So look, it's a really bad month so far. This is a signal. I gotta reverse it a little bit. It's a big bar and the closest resistance is 65 pips. So you enter, again it's 0. I don't need to measure, I actually know right now. Not know, but I can figure it out. So it's 0. Another signal. Just 1 second. This is a signal, and it's 0 again. This is a bar that's crossing EMA 200, so I'm not entering. Oh wait, fuck me. Oh, whatever. I said I'm not entering, so I'm not entering. This is there's an exit right here, even if there's a position. So this bar, you gotta enter. It's 50 pips. It's over 40 pips. So bars over 40 pips, you enter no matter what. We have another one before that. I should have measured that. Okay, so even if you enter this one, it's probably gonna be a 0. So here it's strange. Just look at the difference. But there is a shadow. Okay, so that's a 0. You put on the 19 another 0, and you enter on the next bar, which is probably gonna be 0 again. This is 39 pips. So you can put the stop to 10. You can make 10 pips today. I mean, the market made 200, you can make 10. You can keep it up. Just happens. The bad thing is that this bar is like almost 40, and for 3 pips you're not making it, but nothing you can do. You're just not gonna take it. That's the rule. So that's a signal. I hope it's not a signal. It's a big bar. I can't enter. This is a signal, but again I think it's a big bar. Yep, and the resistance is 13 pips, so I cannot enter. So I missed 2 stops right here, which is a good thing. I gotta get finished with this because my shoulder hurts. I gotta check if my position is alive. It's still alive. It's not looking that insanely bad. The euro is not looking good. But usually positions versus the trend, they either work out or they don't work out at all. They're like shit. And this one, I still don't know if it's gonna work out or not. Here nothing is gonna happen. So we go back to the 22nd, I think. No, 21st. The 21st. This is a signal, it's a -5, or wait, yep, it's a -5. Oh, this is not a signal. This is horrible because it looks amazing, but it's not. This is a signal. It's a big bar. There's no resistance to the left. We gotta check if it's a stop or not. Nope. The bad part here, it's 20 and it hits a stop to 0 and then it continues on. So, it reverses back, so it's not a big deal. There's a divergence right here. 1, 2 and 3 is right here. So there's 3 highs right here and 3 divergences. So this is a short. There's almost, yep, it's a stop. Wait, fuck me. This is a short, but the exit is right here on -15 because it's a signal for a long. My back hurts, so I can't see good. Oh wait, I need to put it. It's against the trend, so I know. This is a long position. I gotta move the stop from to 10. This is the positions that I told you about. I'm in real time. I moved the stop to 10.3, and you can actually see that it's like 11 point something, but the spread is a little bit below 1. And if I moved it to 10.00, it was not gonna get hit. And the position, look what it did after that. The exit is right here. So the position is actually 50 pips, and I made 10 in real life. On test, it's gonna be 50 pips. And I can't actually type it as a mistake because it's not an actual mistake. I mean, you can't count a mistake for 0 point something. It's bullshit. But it happened. No signals here. Oh, nope. This is a big bar, and I cannot count this shadow here as an actual resistance. So it's a stop. It's a bad month. Again, 34 peak bar. Now signal, it has to be over 40 because there's no cross. You gotta look at the green one. It's not a signal again. You see the rules, sometimes, a lot of times they save you stops. You just don't see that. I mean, right here it just saved me 2 stops because this looks like both of them are signals, but they're not. Shit, I missed that. This is the position that pissed me off the most. This is 3 divergences. As I told you, during tests, sometimes you cannot see everything because you're going a little bit faster. In real time, you see every little signal, everything. This is a signal right here. There's 1, 2, 3 bottoms, and there's the divergences right here. And I enter this, and here is an exit. It's not a short position, it's just an exit. Because, as I said, most of the time this is gonna make 20 pips. But it's gonna reverse or something like that. So I take -15. Oh, it's -20, let's put it 20. Because it's 18, so for 18 we put it 20. And look what happens after that. And this is not a signal after that, because it's not a divergence. For me, it's not a signal. It should be, but it's not. And look, it's insane. Here, I have to enter, because the two bars, everything is perfect. There's a cross here, there's two bars here. It's just, there's no arrow here. But as I said, one little thing, if it's very close, it doesn't matter. So here, it's very close. I mean, I have 4 rules. It has to be over the EMAs, it has to be over the channel, there has to be a cross, and it has to be 2 blue bars. So I have 4 rules. If one of them is not exactly perfect, it's fine. So this is a long position. Let's see if it's a stop. It's not. Here we move the stop to 0. Here we move it to 10. I just skip because here it's a stop. I mean, I have to exit right here. It's 80 pips, 85 pips. So right now the month doesn't look extremely bad. It's still bad. I mean, if the month is not at least 200 pips on test, it's a bad month. Because 100 pips you're gonna lose just because of news and brokerage shit and spreads and things like that. I mean, I account for them on tests, still you're gonna lose on them. Here, for 1 pip, it's a signal. Stop is 0 right now, and this is an exit. The thing is that I'll just take, because the exit you cannot take 14 or 13 because of the spread. You're just gonna put the stop to 10, and you wait, and it gets hit. Most of the times it doesn't matter. You're still gonna make 10, but 1 out of 10 times you might make 30, and it's worth it. It's not a signal for me because of the resistances. This is not a signal. This is a signal for me. It's bar over 40 pips, I gotta take it. It's minus 20. It's 20 pips and there's nothing, but the nothing. It's a signal, but doesn't make much. It's from 50. I take 20. This is, again, you gotta look, and the green is on top of the yellow one, so I gotta take this. I mean, it didn't look good. It's over 20, but it's 4 bars, but this one is a big one, so I gotta continue. I just move the stop to 0 and I continue. Just let me check one thing. From 40, I only make 10 here because I moved the stop from 40 to 10 pips, and I only make 10 pips on this position. It gives a lot more, and this is another signal right here. It's a big bar, so I gotta enter it, and I think again I don't make anything from it because it gives you 30 here and it backs almost to 0, so I just write 0. You gotta be very diligent about these ones, because you see, if you don't measure this here from 40 to 10, you're gonna think that you actually made something like 100 pips or something like that, and the test is gonna be so much different from real life, just because in real life you can actually see it goes to 40, because it's gonna take like 10 minutes to do so. It's not gonna happen like you just, I don't know the word, but you just say something and it happens. It doesn't work like that. On crosses that are on higher highs, you gotta always check for divergences. Here it looks like one, and it is actually wrong. Why did I not see that? Here is the divergence. There's 3 higher tops and 3 lower highs here. So you enter, and wow, okay. So okay, you enter right here, and there's 110 pips, and you make 80, which is amazing. And the last day of the month, you actually make something. Again, big bar over 40, you gotta enter. I think it's a stop. Nope, it's not. Okay. Wow. Okay. You see how everything works out. It's 100 and you make. Oh wait, I think these are 4 bars. No. So 100, you make 70. You make 70 out of this. So one day you make 150 pips, and the whole month is 150 pips. So all month you have to. Oh, and the position is still alive. That's amazing. Let's review the test results. So by no means it's a good month. It's actually a bad month, considering for one day you make everything right. What's not that bad, you gotta check the drawdown. So for one cross, the whole drawdown is 160 pips, the one that we made here, which is not that bad. It's 16%. It's a relative drawdown. Before that drawdown, you actually made more. So before that drawdown, you make 180 pips. So it's not a big deal. You're still in profit for the month, but you gotta think it as an investor. If you entered, if you put your money on the 18th, you're gonna see 16% drawdown. But the thing is that because there's 3 crosses, you can actually see that the drawdown is not gonna be that big. Here it's 45, then it becomes 35, 75, and 80, 120, 130, but here it goes to 95. Here it goes to 120, but it goes to 105, and here it almost disappears. 105, and from this 65 pips, it's what, 40 pips drawdown, which is nothing. So the most ever was 115. So I gotta change this from 160 to minus 115 is the biggest drawdown that there was, which is nothing. I mean, 11%, 12%, you counted 12% drawdown, and it's relative drawdown. If you entered your money in the beginning of the month, you're never gonna see a drawdown. You're actually gonna see a profit the whole month. It's not gonna be big. You're gonna see something like 5 pips profit or something like that. But it's not gonna be big. You're gonna see even some little bit of loss. Yeah, you're gonna see some little bit of loss right here. But it's not big. In the end of the month, if you can make it as good as on the test, you made 15%, which is insane. But what will happen probably is, for me this month I will end on 50 pips, something like that. I actually think I ended on 80 or 90, something like that. I can check my real results, but for some reason they had not much to do with these ones. Oh, I gotta check if this is a signal or not. No, it's not. So my short position here, it's still active, and the pound is gonna be a stop. Yeah, pretty much. nothing we can do. This is a bad day today. Yesterday was a very good day, today is not a good day. Okay, so this is about the test. I'm gonna try and do one every day. Let me just see how much I made from the versus the trend trades. So it's a loss. So if I didn't take any versus the trend trades, I was gonna make money. I was gonna make more. Oh no, wait. Okay, this is a mistake right here. I forgot about it. The pound trade, it's versus the trend. So the 80 pips on test are versus the trend. So it's not 55, it's 25 profit. So that's actually good. So the versus the trend trades, not very profitable, but not that bad. The bad thing is that they're like what? 1, 2, 3, 4 stops in 2 profits. That's 33%. That's not good, but the whole month was really bad. I don't know if you can, so I'm gonna make it like that. Right now you can see my risk reward ratio is awesome. It's perfect. I just opened to see my stop hit. I'm probably gonna hit 2 stops today more. So the pound is a stop, and the euro is probably gonna be a stop again. Maybe not, we don't know. But the test results, we got a total of 89 positions. That's a little bit too much for me. I like it between 70 and 80. Almost 90 is too much. And as I told you before, too much positions means loss for me. So that's almost always like that. Risk reward ratio is amazing, 1 to 2. That's why I'm profitable despite having 38% win rate. That's pretty much it. So 38% win rate for January, bad. 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, that's good. 155 pips for January versus the trend 25, not that bad. Not a good month, definitely. I mean, 155 pips on test is usually one of my worst months. So yeah, okay, that will end it for today. My last bar for the session is after 10 minutes, so I'm gonna save the test. I'm gonna be ready tomorrow with the new sheet for the next one. We'll do, if you want a specific month that you want me to test, it doesn't matter what year. I mean, in the previous 10 years, something like that, you can figure it out. You can write me down. I can test the specific month you ask. For me, it doesn't matter. I need the statistic, so I can check each month. It doesn't matter which one. Here you see the pound might even work out, but it hit the stop. So the stop is probably too little for here, but it doesn't work for me if it's 30. I mean, it makes my drawdown way too big. So this is all for today. Thanks for whoever is watching. You can subscribe to the channel and watch the streams every time, or just check them. Thank you, and have a good night. Bye.